question is, do you guys support Tottenham Hotspurs, the lads, the Lily Whites? Now, the answers are yes, coys, come on you Spurs, or no, I actually have a brain cell. I choose not to put myself through that type of torture, and in line with the saying I say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and by supporting Spurs, the only thing you win is indeed a stupid prize of looking like an outright melon. It's sad, it's self-inflicting to be fair, but at the end of the day, you have to support who you support. I'm not just gonna bandwagon. I've been with these lads for 28 years and that is not changing anytime soon. In fact, never ever. I've been through the ups, I've been through the downs. There haven't been many ups, alright? But there have been some. There have been many low points. There have been unlimited almost no points. And while we do not make videos about football on the channel anymore, we do talk about it often on streams where I do tell people, do not support Tottenham Hotspur unless you want pain and suffering, because you have to go through the suffering, because there's not much upside to it. But I think a couple of lads on the stream have said, I'm a Tottenham Hotspur supporter now. I'm sorry for you. I would encourage you to not make your kids Spurs supporters unless, you know, you really believe in them, because again, it could be deemed as a waste of time. But then only one team can win the Premier League each year. Only one team can win the Champions League or the Europa League. Oh wait, Spurs are not in the Champions League or the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. So who knows, maybe we'll win the League Cup, maybe the FA Cup. I doubt it, but you never ever know. Postecoglou looking like a bit of a mad lad, and I appreciate that. I like that. Give me more of that. We got to do fact of the day, page number 217, fact number 2. In 1381, Richard II made Chelmsford the capital of England for 1 week. Now, I've been to Chelmsford. It's not the worst place in the world, but Nonsensei did go to school in Chelmsford, so it has a special place for her. Not really me. So that's fact of the day. We quickly got to talk about Tottenham. We've got to talk about Hazard, Harry Kane, Kano, the man with the cane, beating everyone around him. Sometimes I feel like he's beating Spurs. Sometimes I feel like he's beating the opposition. I don't know what's going on with him. But I said this on stream a couple of weeks ago, and that was, Harry Kane is not leaving Tottenham. He ain't going to Bayern Munich. The play is very simple. I've said this for 6 months now. Before the end of last season, I said he is not leaving England unless it's to Real Madrid. And Real Madrid are not coming in for him. Which means he ain't going to Germany, because why the fuck would he go to Germany with those World War II villains? I don't know why he would do that, and I don't think he's going to be doing that, even though Tottenham have now accepted a 100 million, 110 million euro bid for Harry Kane. Now it's in Harry's court. If he wants to leave, he can sign the paperwork and get gone. But I genuinely do not believe that's the case in this instance, because he's going to be leaving on a free next year. He's going to be going to Manchester City, probably on £400,000-500,000 a week, because Haaland is going to be going to Real Madrid. I can see it. It makes sense. Haaland's gone. He's won the treble already. He might win the treble again next season. If not, it'll probably be a double. And then he'll be off. And then Pep will say, well, Hazard, you good? You want to come to Les Bleus? Not Chelsea. The other Les Bleus, not the French. The other Les Bleus. That's blue. The Blues. Manchester City. Maybe that's what's going to be happening, because I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't want him to go to Manchester City, but if the choice is Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, then I guess Man City is kind of the least bad option out of the bunch if he is to stay in the Premier League from next season in 12 months' time. So, Harry, if you stay, that would be great. You might sign a new contract. Potentially, Spurs will do some business this season. I did see the odds of Spurs to win the Premier League were 50-1. That seems like very, very tempting odds, even though they have less than those odds. 50-1 sounds like it might actually be a good bet for a £50 bet. Just to see, cheekily, maybe something will happen and they'll end up doing some good stuff over the next 9 months. I highly doubt it. But it's the beginning of the season. Anything is possible. And you have to be in it to win it, which is why we can't be winning the Champions League, Europa Conference League. But the beginning of the season, everything is possible. you have to say, our aim is win the title. If in 4 weeks' time, we're that far off it, then obviously that goes away. But for the first month, the aim has to be win the Premier League. It sounds crazy saying it, I have to be fair, and I understand it. It sounds ludicrous. But you have to believe, because if you don't believe, there's no chance it's happening. So let's just hope, let's pray, Harry Kane stays. And then potentially, possibly, perhaps, Spurs might do something this season.